Hello, this is P. and this is for the client prediction. And here we can see that so here I showed like the movements, the collisions and missile same as the previous server prediction, but over here like what we are happening is that we are doing client prediction and also we are simulating real-time network similar to the server prediction. And over here you can see that same conditions as server prediction, and also the server message is of type unreliable sequence, and so is the server missile. And in this demo, all the basic concepts has already been covered in the previous server predictions. So this time I'm just going to like look into what I did for the client prediction. And over here we have the client prediction. And for client prediction, like we have to like keep updating when the data changes. So in the server message, like whenever we get a new data, I'm just checking that the the prediction current time of the prediction and what the time predictions instance of the current time and the time manager current time is not the same. So this means that like in ideal conditions the message keeps on like sending repeatedly like without interval, and like there won't be any difference, there won't be like any difference. So like if we set the time and position, then the velocity will be velocity that's calculated will be like infinite. So for calculating predicting the position, like we need the velocity, and my goal was that like the position can be 0, but like the time cannot be 0, like because like the ship can stand still, but like time must keep on moving. So like, and messages, like if it keeps on sending continuously, then like the time difference will be like so low that like it will be like negligible, and hence like velocity will be infinite and it will throw the whole position out of loop. And with that in mind, I made sure that like each time a message arrives from the server, it will check that the prediction, the instance of the prediction that the ship has, and the time that the prediction of the ship has, and the time manager of the current time is not the same. That means like it knows that like there is a new data available. To this ensure that new data is available and that data is being updated. So I'm updating the position and time for both player 1, player 2, and so for missiles, like I already showed the demo of the missile firing and the collision. So we have the set time, set position for the missile also. And in gameplay, like I'm just like using the set position that usually had to be done in the execute. Like I am doing it in the update, and like for each frame, like it is using the predict position to update the position. So for missile and ships, I am using the predict position, as like as it is not a requirement to the project to like calculate the angle. So for angle, the angle update is being done in the message itself. So over here itself we are setting the angle, because for prediction, like only the position should be predicted, no angle cannot be predicted. So each angle, setting the angle has been done in the message itself, and setting the position is being done in the gameplay scene. And that's it for this demo. So this is the client prediction which has been done with realistic simulation and being sent with unreliable sequence data as required for the demo. So this is the client side prediction, and for conclusion I'll just show, I mean, explain what I did for all. So the client will send the client will send the input, and that input is sent to the output queue of the message queue, and that message queue is being processed, and like if it is in the output queue, it is being sent to the server. If it is in the input queue, it's being executed. And over here the server, and over here the server which also acts as a player too. It also has it also sends the inputs to its own. Here, instead of sending it to the output queue, I'm directly sending it to the input queue, because server is P2, and hence I am able to skip the process. But if in actuality, server and P2 must be separated, and this will be sent to output queue. But since server is player, I am just sending it to the input queue. So from client 1 and in server itself, it data from the client is received by the input queue. So this server receives data from itself and from the client, that is the player 1. So similar to the client, it processes the input, it processes the input queue and it executes it. And if there's anything to be sent back to the player 1, it just sends it to the output queue, and from output queue it gets sent to the player. So over here, we have the missile update and ship update. So for dead reckoning, prediction is done and then data is sent. But over here, for each frame we are sending the data. So I'm getting the player, the angle, the position, and the ID, and I'm just sending it. And for missile, I'm using a for each queue, and if missile exists, then it will keep on sending. So this code, this is responsible for sending the pixel positions, and it will send the pixel position for each frame. So that's it for the client prediction, and that's for the final project. Thank you.